Well, welcome to week 4 of the quarter. And because it's week 4 of the quarter, our focus this week, the transformational virtue that we're focused on this week is positive influence. So when I talk about a positive influence, I think that we need to take a step back and understand exactly what I'm referring to. I'm referring to a two-prong approach. We need to be a positive influence on ourselves, and we need to be a positive influence on others. Let's talk about positive influence on ourselves first. We have more conversations with ourselves on a daily basis than we do with anybody else. We talk more to ourselves than we do with anybody else. Most of that information that we're talking to ourselves about is negative. Negativity breeds negativity. So we have to, first of all, in order to be a transformational leader, we need to transform ourselves away from being a negative influence on ourselves. And then we need to be a positive influence on others. So if you've listened to or seen my presentation on the 5 pillars of transformational leadership, pillar number 2 is that transformational leaders encourage. Transformational leaders are a positive influence. And the reason why we encourage is because encouragement is the most effective motivator. It's the most effective motivator when we're dealing with others. It's the most effective motivator when we're dealing with ourselves. Now, here's an aspect that we may or may not realize. When we talk about being a positive influence and we talk about the accountability process, holding somebody else accountable, even holding ourselves accountable, how are we doing that? All right. I would say that we need to be positive on the accountability side. I coach a lot of people and they find it very difficult to hold others accountable. And it's very difficult to hold others accountable because everybody thinks that there needs to be conflict when you're holding somebody accountable. Listen, there does not have to be conflict when you're holding somebody accountable. A transformational leader, somebody who is positive, has a positive influence, is going to hold somebody accountable by helping them out, by serving them, by giving them guidelines, better guidelines to achieve. So, for example, when you're sitting down with somebody and it's an accountability situation and they were supposed to accomplish a specific task, and you say, were you able to accomplish that task? And their response is no. Your response isn't anger. It isn't negativity. It is, how can I help you do that? How can I help you do that? Because a lot of times people don't accomplish that task, not because they don't want to, but maybe because they don't know how to, and they don't have the courage to ask for help, but they really need help. Or they were going through a bad week or a bad period of time, and emotionally they were unable to do it. So as a leader, as a transformational leader, we need to be encouraging. We need to be a positive influence. So hopefully that gives you just great energy to go out this week and to practice being an encourager, practice being a positive influence.